Hi everyone, welcome to One Tarot. Thank you for joining me. This is your intuitive monthly tarot reading for the month of April 2020 for the sign of Virgo. I'm doing things a bit differently this month. I've done the usual meditating on the cards and putting the cards out on the table, but what I'm doing, I've there's an extra card here to reflect the energy that I feel is going to be around for the month of May also. And also I'm just going to talk to you about how I feel the energy is going to be around. I use my own cards to feel what the energy is around, and what I feel with Virgo. It's a time of being compassionate, self-sacrifice, tuning into your unconscious, I feel, for a lot of you. Also, it's a time of there's no boundaries. So maybe some of you will have to think about your boundaries and set some firm boundaries in place, possibly. But I do feel the energy is of one of caring about other people, having to be very compassionate for you in the month of April. Okay, I'll look at the cards now. And the first card is the Four of Swords. So as you go into the month, I feel that perhaps there's a lot of you that are perhaps reflecting, perhaps you're meditating, reflecting on what's gone on, perhaps some of you are recuperating here, perhaps you've had to recharge your batteries, perhaps you're going into the month recharging your batteries and taking time out on your own. But I do feel it's a time of reflection, recuperating for a lot of you, and reflecting on perhaps your thoughts as well. These will be things that have perhaps happened in the past. The card to clarify it here is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, this is somebody who's very intuitive, somebody who's very compassionate. So I do feel that by meditating, you're going to then be in tune with your emotions, your inner guidance, your compassion. Perhaps this is somebody who's very compassionate but very intuitive. So I feel there are a lot of you going to be meditating and using your intuition as what to do. There could be some Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces around you. Perhaps there's some reflection on one of these signs, possibly for some of you, but I do feel it's a time to use your intuition as you go into the month and meditate, do whatever you need to tune into your intuitive self. The next card here is the Devil. So this can mean a number of things. It could represent a situation that you're not happy with. It could be perhaps there's been restrictions in the past and you've been perhaps chained to things from the past, and perhaps that's why you're meditating now. You're taking time out on your own because there's been a situation that's been a bit overwhelming, possibly for some of you. I do feel this could also be connected with career, and maybe some of you, it represents the 10th house, your career and your reputation. So perhaps some of you are meditating on thoughts to do with your career and using your intuition. Perhaps some of you work intuitively, but I do feel that this is connected with restrictions, situations that you're not happy with, perhaps also self-limiting beliefs for some of you as well, and perhaps you're being held back by restrictions of not believing perhaps in yourself for some of you. I look at the clarifying card, and the clarifying card here is the Hermit. So this is interesting because the Hermit is the card that represents the sixth house of Virgo, which is all about serving others. So perhaps you are going inward to find the answers. A lot of you're reflecting on the past, where you've been, your wisdom that you've acquired from the past, in order to know where you're needing to shine your light now for the future. And I do feel you're going to find the answers by going inward, and being alone, possibly. Maybe some of you are finding that you're wanting to be alone, and so you're thinking about things, maybe intuitively finding what's the right course for you, possibly, so you don't feel this overwhelmness. The next card is the Hangman. So as you go through the month, I do feel that there's perhaps there's going to be some limitations, some restrictions, delays possibly. There's restrictions as well, and these going to cause delays for a lot of you. But at the same time, I do feel that you're going to be looking at things from a different perspective, from a different angle. Perhaps if these have been past patterns from the past, you're going to look about, you're reflecting on those, and perhaps now looking to change things by looking at things from a different perspective. I look at the clarifying card for that, and it's the Empress. So this is nice because this is all about giving birth to an idea. So perhaps a lot of you will be going inward, finding the answers, looking at things differently, because this is about new birth, creativity, wanting something to grow and develop and to have abundance. So, and this is love as well. So I do feel that perhaps you're looking at things differently in order to succeed and to be able to manifest what it is you desire. You want this satisfaction. So in order to do that, you're having to look at things from a different angle, different perspective. Perhaps you're having a moment where you think, oh, this is what I need to do in order to create something that can grow, and it can be nurtured, and it can create abundance. And the next card here is the Page of Pentacles, and so by the end of the month, I do feel there'll be opportunities around for you. Perhaps you're wanting to start something new. You've got maybe ideas. Like I said before, you're thinking that you're creating something. You're giving birth to an idea, and perhaps this idea is something connected with study, learning something new for some of you. But I do feel that perhaps you're starting to put some plans in by the end of the month, and start something that's going to be in its infancy, and it could improve your financial situation for some of you, but I do feel it's something where you can start growing this. The card next for the clarification is the Strength card. So I do feel that by the end of the month, you'll have a lot of determination, a lot of courage, inner and outer strength. I do feel there's a lot of passion. Maybe there's some passion for this idea that you've thought about, that you've been meditating on, possibly for some of you, and I do feel that it's creativity. Could involve children for some of you, but I do feel that you've got this determination. You're feeling quite fearless by the end of the month for a lot of you. There could be some Leos around you, possibly, but also I do feel that you're going to feel so much stronger and have a lot of courage by the end of the month, a lot of you. And as I said before, there's another card there to see what the energy is going to be around for May. So let's look at that card, and what we've got there is the Seven of Pentacles. So again, this is about an idea, looking to plant a seed that you're wanting to grow and see the results from. So as you go into May, maybe this idea that you've you're wishing for, or you've wanted, or you can see it growing, you're going to start putting some plans in to start seeing progress with something as May comes. I hope you've enjoyed that reading, Virgo. I hope it resonates with some of you. If you enjoy watching my videos, don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate that, and share and like. I want to wish you a lovely April. Take care and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.